Hey guys, how's it going? Heather Lind from Wholey Fit here. Got your Wholey Fit Daily HIIT, so your daily dose of exercise that you can do anywhere. Just need a small space, you don't need any equipment. So there's no excuses, you can fit it in. I'm gonna share this with a few groups, so just give me a second here to get that all set up. All right, so I hope you guys are having a great day. I am now about 2.5 weeks out from my competition. Pretty exciting, a little nervous about it. The diet is definitely catching up with me. I find my energy is a little bit low these days. It's not too bad, but definitely a little on the low side. But for my competition, it's not a diet that I would do long term, so I can get through it for the next 2.5 weeks, no big deal. All right, so one thing, if you guys are deciding to go on a new fitness plan or a new nutrition plan, make sure it's something that is sustainable. Okay, so for myself, what I'm doing right now, not sustainable. I couldn't do this for long term. I'm only doing it because I have a competition that's coming up in a few weeks. So there's an end point to this. Just like you would train for any competition, you know, there's certain things that you do to get ready, and they're not necessarily things that you would do in your normal life for a long period of time. And that's fine. So just know that if what you're doing is a short-term thing and you're not going to be able to continue it, that the results you get are only going to last while you're doing the plan. So I know that once I am finished my competition, I will be eating a more normal kind of diet, and I will put some weight back on, and that's perfectly fine with me because I miss certain things. There's some foods that I miss, and I really miss wine. So I know that the diet that I did leading up to this, the diet that was about 16 weeks out from my competition, that was a great diet. That was fine. I was getting lots of food and had lots of energy, and that's something I could sustain. So I'll go back to that, probably put on a few pounds, and that's perfectly fine. That's fine with me. Right now I'm just like counting the days until I can do my competition, get that done, and then get back to normal life. So your workout for today, it's a bit of a challenge ladder. You're going to ladder down. You've got some exercise, got about 7 exercises. You're going to go through them as many times as you want. So one time might be enough for this one, and that's just fine. But if you've got time and energy, go ahead and go through it again. So I'm going to show you the exercises. Make sure you warm up for 5 to 10 minutes before you start. So that could be just going for a walk, or if you've got some fitness equipment at home, like a stationary bike, hop on that for 5 to 10 minutes. Just make sure that your body is warm and feeling loose before you start so that you don't injure yourself. So you're all warmed up. You're gonna start with 70 pulsing squats. So you're gonna stick your butt back and you're gonna pulse. So notice my butt's going back, like there's a chair behind me. Weight is going mostly through my heels. My knees are over my heels, so I'm not feeling my knees, I'm feeling my glutes work. So 70 of those. Then you're gonna do 60 mountain climbers. So you're in your high plank, you're gonna do a push-up. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3 until you get to 60. If you've got a little more energy, you might want to jump it. Make sure you've got your abs super, super tight. Then you're gonna roll onto your back. You're gonna do 50 glute bridge pulses. So lying on your back, lift your hips up, pulsing at the top. Okay, so do 50 of those. Then you're gonna do 40 dips. You can do those right here on the floor. Lift your hips up, make sure you're bending at the elbows, pressing through the palms. I like to have my fingers facing towards my feet, doing 40 of those. Or you could do that on a bench or your couch or a chair. Just make sure it's up against the wall so it's not gonna slip out from underneath you. Next, you're gonna stand up, 30 speed skaters. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 30. With your speed skaters, you wanna bend forward a little bit so it's like an athletic stance. Big step out to the side, back and forth. If you don't like the impact, you just take it out. Go for 30 of those. Then you're gonna do 20 side lunges. So step right out into that side lunge. That's 1, and then 2, 3, up to 20 with your side lunges. Make sure your butt goes back, weight's going through the heel of that bent leg, squeezing your glutes. The stationary leg is straight. You're gonna feel a nice little stretch in that inner thigh when you're doing those. So you do 20 of those, and then finally, a 1-minute plank. Make sure you get your elbows underneath your shoulders. You're nice and flat. You're looking down at the ground 3 to 5 inches ahead of you, so your head stays in line with the spine. In other words, it's not dropping down, it's not lifting up, it's in line. You can have your knees down if you like. If you've got any back issues, I recommend keeping your knees on the ground. So you hold that for 1 minute. And that is the whole circuit. So, like I said, you can repeat it as many times as you like, depending on what your energy is like. Or you might want to do it now and then do it again later on in the day. You can always do that as well. Exercise is cumulative. You'll get a benefit from that. So it's up to you. Make sure that you do the warm-up. Make sure that you cool down and stretch. So once you're done, you're going to keep your feet moving around if your heart rate's up, and then you're going to go into your stretches. So I'll just show you some standing stretches. You can grab hold of one ankle, soften the supporting knee, grab some fewer balance if you need it. This is a stretch for your quadriceps. 20 to 30 seconds minimum per stretch. Hamstring stretch, hips go back, weight through the heel of the bent supporting leg. Nice stretch up the back of the leg. Glute stretch, grab some for balance if you need it. Crossing one leg over. 20 to 30 seconds each side. Do a nice tricep stretch, and while you're here, you can lean to the side to get the lats. The other side. Get 20 to 30 seconds. Don't skimp out on your stretches. And finally, clasp your hands behind your back. Drop your shoulders down. Open you up through front of the shoulders and the chest. And that is it, guys. That's the workout. So you can do that sometime today. You're gonna feel awesome after you do it. If you need to modify anything, do that. If you need help with modifications, send me a message and I can help you with that. All right, have an awesome day. Talk to you soon.